Hey guys! For this video, I'm just going to be doing a quick and simple and easy. Simple and easy mean the same thing, kind of, I guess. Well, tutorial for these awesome little flower clips. Now what I use these for is I just put them in my hair. You could also put them on bags or maybe belts or whatever. I mean, you don't always have to put the clip on the back of them. You can just make the flowers themselves, like this one. I did that. This doesn't have any clip on it. And you could sew it on to like a belt, a plain belt or something that you think needs a little more color and vibrance and fun and stuff. So let me just get started by telling you like everything you need for this look. It's not a look. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to doing makeup videos. Everything you need for this project, craft thing. This is really simple. I've already said that, but it's really good because it is simple. It's really good to do maybe with kids or whatever if you're babysitting. Although then again, it does involve needles, so if they're responsible kids. Yeah, okay, so let me tell you everything you need for this. Buttons. Now these buttons are like so awesome. I love them. I got them from Walmart. I can't exactly remember how much they were, but I think they're so cool because they're all these awesome vibrant colors, and they're like blue and pink and green and purple and yellow. And so like and they're all different sizes too, and some of them are even kind of shaped differently. Some of them have smooth surfaces, have a little indent, and 4 holes and 2 holes and whatever. Just a ton of variety, so that's why I like these. I mean, you obviously, it's personal preference. You can buy whatever you want. You can get plain white buttons if you want, but I think these are really cool for what I'm about to show you how to do. And you also will need a ruler. You'll need scissors. You'll need a hot glue gun. And the main thing for this look, you'll need fabric. Basically, I got most of these, actually I got all these fabrics from either Walmart or Joann Fabrics. Walmart is literally half the price of Joann Fabrics, so I would definitely recommend going there. Although, if you can't find exactly what you're looking for, you might want to go over to Joann Fabrics because it has like a way bigger selection, but it is twice as much, so I guess it's a compromise. I think this one I got right here is from Walmart. This one it's an 18 by 21 inch. They're all 18 by 21 inches actually, by the way, right here, and I think they're just awesome because they're called single fat quarters. I don't know why they're called fat quarters, don't ask. So yeah, that's pretty much what they look like. It's awesome for little crafts like this and stuff. Let me just show you give you an idea about how big that looks. This is what 21 or 18 by 21? Yeah, 18 by 21 inches looks like. Now it's pretty small, so if you're like planning on making like a purse or I don't know, a dress or something, don't buy these, you know. I would just buy them like in bulk. You'll also need needles, of course, and the thread of your choice. Okay. I'm not sure if I showed these yet, because I'm re-recording the video because the first one didn't come out so good. So these little guys, the clips themselves, I got these from Joann Fabrics as well. I mean, I'm sure any craft store would have them. I mean, maybe even places like Target would have them because I know they have like dressy ones, but you just want to make sure they're like plain metal because you're not going to be seeing them. They're just going to be like this, just underneath. It's a piece of just underneath the actual flower itself. Morgan wanted me to make her one of these, so I figured why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone and make hers during this video. So I think she picked out, she said either this fabric, or this fabric. But I think I'm gonna go with this fabric. Alright, so let me get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by taking my ruler and a pen, a pencil, a marker, it doesn't really matter. And now going along the long side of the fabric, just measure out, well, I'm doing a medium size one for her, so that would be about 1.5 inches long. And this is like a lot of room for improvise. You can do whatever you want. You can make it 1 inch, and I think this is a 1 inch one. It's pretty small, but this is a 1.5 inch one, so it's like it makes a big difference. Just depends on what you want. This one I am pretty sure is a 2 inch one. It's a lot bigger, so yeah, personal preference. And Morgan's personal preference is about a medium sized one, so I'm just gonna go in and then just mark 1.5 inches all the way down to the very end. Okay, so when you're done marking your fabric, I'm using a green thing, a green marker, so you probably can't see it that well since there's a lot of green incorporated in this fabric I'm using. But when you're done marking it, you gotta take your scissors and just cut along the line that you just made. Okay, just take your strip of fabric and grab a needle, thread, whatever thread you're planning on using. I'll just use white for this. So I'm gonna take my white thread and my needle, and then I'm just gonna weave it through. Alright, so you wanna make sure you give yourself enough slack because you don't wanna have to end it, tie a knot right in the middle of it, and then start over. So I'm gonna make mine pretty long, and at the very end I'm gonna double this. So just take both sides and then cut this, the side that's still attached to the roll. Alright, and then I'm just gonna tie a knot by taking both sides, bringing them together right like that, and then I'm just gonna wrap this once around my finger, and then I'm gonna roll it off with my thumb. And then now I'm going to pull this up, and then you have a knot at the end. Yeah. Alright, now I'm going to take my threaded needle, and then I'm just going to start at the very end, and I'm going to scrunch this up just a little bit and start closest to the edge as I can get. Give it definitely a little bit of slack, maybe like, oh, I don't know, a centimeter, not a centipede. Okay, start about like a centimeter away from the very end. And then as you go, just push the needle through, and then take another little bit, just like you just did, and then push it through that too. And we're just gonna scrunch it, and it's just gonna create this little flowery-like effects. Try to keep it in a straight line. Try not to go like, oh, up here or down there or whatever, because this can mess it up, and it can make the flower look like uneven when it's done, when you pull it all around together. Alright, now that we're done scrunching it up, you can already see how it's taking its flower form. We're going to sew these two ends together right here. Now you can see why I said to make sure you have a lot of slack on this, because even after we sew these two ends together, we're going to use the same exact thread to put the button through. I mean, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can always tie it off, but then it's like the whole process of rethreading and tying the knot and then tying another knot. I mean, you just have to do it all over again, and it would save you that time. Alright, so now that I finished sewing that, I'm going to take my buttons, and now I picked out this really pretty blue right here for the top button. I'm going to be using two buttons though. That's kind of what it's going to look like in the end. Just take it and place it where you want it. Hope you can see that on the camera. On the back of it, just stick your needle through and try to find the hole about right where it would be. There we go. And then just go right back through the other hole and repeat the process. Now after I repeated the process for about 3 times through, I'm going to take my little red slash hot pink, sorry, and put it right over the 2 other holes. And then I'm just going to repeat the process on this little button right here. Alright, now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to tie off the back. Just by taking my needle and then sticking it under, you know, any piece of fabric here. Right there. And then it's going to make this loop. And I'm going to have all this extra right here, and then just pull it just so it's about like this, and then put your needle through it, through the loop you just made, and then put it through again and again. I mean, however many times you want, just to make the knot secure as you want, and then just pull it, and then it makes a little knot, and then we can cut it close to the knot. Good. Okay, so that's pretty much the main part, and the rest is pretty straightforward, but I'm going to show you anyways. Let me show you that. Okay, so we're going to take our little metal clip right here, and we're just going to take our glue gun, and then you might want to open your clip up first, and then just take the glue gun and go along this side and this side of the clip. Being quick as not to let it dry. Then take your thing and then put the clip on. So there's your clip.